Hey YouTube, it's Ixalan. I've got a second Wi-Fi battle for you today because I had a lot of free time. This is kind of an old one. I've had a backlog. It's against Sora, the Smeargle from the TPX chat, I think. Anyways, let's get into it. He leads off with Sora the Smeargle, and I lead off with my no-face Deoxys defense. This is an OU match, by the way. Don't know if I said that. He's just going to Spore and switch out into Escavalier, and I'm going to switch out into Archangel, my Skarmory. Kind of scare him out, and I'm just going to take that opportunity to set up Stealth Rocks. Now, I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the Fire move, but I Protect just to see, and he locks himself into a T-Bolt, because he sees that I have, a lot of Water types, so he knows that's not going to be effective. So I know he's going to switch, and I just Brave Bird to get some damage on whatever he switches into, and that does a lot of damage to his Shaman. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to leave it in his Death Fodder or not, but I've got Rocks up, so I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird again. If he does leave it in, I want to finish it off. If not, I'll get some damage or something else. And he goes out into his Blastoise, and Brave Bird does a little damage, looks like a quarter, which is about what I expected on something as bulky as a Blastoise, so that was pretty good. And I'm just going to switch out and go into Politoed, my Kermit the Frog, to get the rain set up, because after looking at his team list, I know that I'm going to need my Toxicroak to survive and deal out the damage pretty effectively to this team. So just wanted to get the rain up so I can get his Dry Skin set up. And he goes for the sub on the switch, and then Toxic's my Kermit the Frog, while I go for the Scald to, try to break his sub. And I figured in the rain it might be boosted enough to break his sub, but it's not, which kind of sucks, so I have to switch out. I go into Skarmory because I know Brave Bird will break the sub, and I can take a Scald, even a rain-powered one, pretty well. So I do live, and I know that I'm faster than Blastoise. I saw that earlier, so I just go for the Brave Bird, break his sub. I get a crit, doesn't matter obviously, would have broken the sub anyways. He gets the Scald off and finishes off Archangel, which is pretty good for him, I guess. I don't know. My Skarmory did whatever it needed to do, so I'm done with it. I go into Frog Prince, my Toxicroak, and go for the Earthquake to see how much damage it does. It does alright, not as much as I would want. I think this is when it was Scarfed, not Banded, and he sees that his Scald is only going to heal me, so he switches out into his Rotom-h to take the Levitate, and I go out into Kermit the Frog to take the predicted Overheat that is coming, since Dry Skin makes me weak to that. And he crits, but it doesn't do nearly as much damage as it should have. I mean, I know the rain's up and I am resistant, but I thought it would do, closer to half with an Overheat, but it didn't. So I go for the Toxic, thinking that he's going to switch into his Blastoise, and I want to get that up before he sets up his sub, but he goes out into Shaman, which is okay by me, I guess. Now I'm going to go for the Ice Beam just to finish the Shaman off, but it's faster than me and carries Rest, so that sucks. Ice Beam does a little under half, so it'll be a 3-hit KO, but he's not going to stay in to let me finish off his Shaman. He wants to save it for later. So Sora switches out into Escavalier to soak up the Ice Beam like a boss, which is pretty much what happens. Takes it pretty well, and I'm going to go for the Scald because the poison damage is racking up, and Kermit the Frog has done its job. He'll just die off pretty peacefully. He takes that Mega Horn and gets the Scald off. I was hoping for the burn, but it doesn't happen. Now I go out into my Death Star to either Revenge Kill or scare off the Escavalier, and he goes back into Blastoise, and my Scald does not do enough to kill Blastoise. Brings it down to, like 15, 20 hit points. Doesn't get the burn, so that sucks. His leftovers kick in, and he's going to Protect while I Scald again, which after 2 rounds of leftovers will give Blastoise enough life to survive another Scald without burn. And that lets him get the Toxic off on Starmie, so I'm like, shit, that sucks. Okay, I don't want to deal with the Toxic damage racking up, so I'm going to switch out here. I go into Toxicroak, knowing that he's probably going to Protect to try to Toxic Stall Starmie, and that's what he does, so I get a free switch. And I'm just going to go for Poison Jab, because I know that it's stabbed and one of my strongest moves, and will pretty much wreck anything that he brings in. And he brings in Shaman, and the Poison Jab just kills that. And then he goes into Rotom-h and goes for the Overheat, which does a lot of damage, even in the rain. But after the rocks, he's going to take enough damage that my Poison Jab will kill him. And I'm like, alright, awesome. What's he got now? He's got the Murkrow. Okay, I can do that. So I go for the poison jab again, because, you know, I'm choiced, and he goes for the sucker punch, and I see that he's life orbed, and the sucker punch brings him down to almost dead, but doesn't quite kill him. I was relying on Toxicroak, so I didn't want it to die to a sucker punch, so I foddered out Starmie, went for, you know, the Scald or Ice Beam or something to take the sucker punch and die. Probably wasn't really the best idea, but it worked. It killed off the Murkrow, and I was like, okay, that's a fair trade. So now I go out into Latios, and I know that Surf will take out Blastoise at that low health, even if he does protect, because in the rain, stab, and Latios just has a monstrous special attack. I mean, you know, he was Uber in 4th gen, from my understanding. I don't know, I haven't played 4th gen. Anyways, Surf will be neutral damage against Escavalier. Oh, and I'm choice spec, so that's, you know, extra damage there too. So that kills that, and then he comes out into Smeargle, and this is where I see that Smeargle is choice scarfed, which was kind of cool, because he gets the Destiny Bond, and I get the Surf, which kills him, takes down Latios, and I still have Pokemon left. So that's a good game, Sora. It was a lot of fun. I didn't find his YouTube channel. I don't know if he has one. But yeah, like, comment, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying these videos, and I'm going to keep doing them because I'm having fun. Alright, see you guys later.